Hey YouTube, JRX790 here. Today we're going to be looking at my belt kit. I wear all this stuff on my belt every time I go out into the bush, or this one's kind of an exception. I'll either wear it on my belt, or put it in my pack, or strap it to the outside of my pack, and then just put it on my belt once I get to wherever I'm going, so I have everything right there. Alright, I'll start with these things. So, I have the Leatherman curve or wave, rather. I really like this multi-tool. It works pretty good. I always keep the knife on it shaving sharp, and it has a serrated knife on it as well. I'll do a review on this in the future. And then my charade knife, you can watch a review on this. If you don't know about these, then check out my review. They're definitely worth looking at, especially if you don't already have a good knife. And I'll just move those aside, and then we can start looking at this. This kit comes with me pretty much everywhere I go whenever I head out into the bush. It has pretty much everything that I'll ever need in it. And okay, so yeah, in this front pouch, I usually just throw things. Like if I see some tinder fungus, I'll just throw it into that little front pouch there. But I just keep a Swiss Army knife in there right now. That can probably go on the inside too, and then you open it up. There's two compartments. I'll go over the basic one first. Right here I just have a little neck knife. This is made by K-Bar, and it's just nice and light to keep in here. Keeps the weight down. Works pretty good. And then I've got the Smith's Pocket Pal. You can watch my review on that. Works pretty good just for touching things up in the field. I've got two of these little pie plates. These just fold open. I'll show you. And you can boil water in these. It's a lot easier than using tin foil. Just as long as you don't go over open flame and just stay on the coal. But you can boil water in there, and yeah, I've done that to purify it. And then just some simple cotton balls and Vaseline, and some couple Ziploc bags just for collecting stuff when I'm out in the field. And then in here I've just got some Paracord, a few little hanks, all my little kind of spare ends of Paracord I keep in here. Yeah. And then I've got a couple see-through drum liners in there. Tons of uses for that. You guys all probably know that, like shelter. You can do tons of stuff with that. I've got a pen. When I use the pen, I don't pull it right out. I just pull it out of the lid. And then I've got my duct tape on the pen. I've got a lighter. It's a Bic. Some snare wire. That is, I think, like 20 gauge snare wire. You can catch rabbits, squirrels, make a pot stand, pot hanger. You can use it for lashing stuff. I've got a little bit of sandpaper for when I do wood carving. It's just a little, I'm not going to take it out actually because I don't want to rip that, but I've got a fire steel, and then I just have some, I made a custom striker for it out of a little piece of scrap metal, but it throws a lot, it throws a lot better sparks with the new striker I made for it. I've got, what else here? This is a little knife sharpener that I cut down, and it's just for honing in my knives, and it works really good. This is one of my favorite things in this kit. You guys should all make these if you like this type, but you don't do it like that traditionally. You just put it down like that, and you cut down on the knife, keeping a consistent angle, and you can actually get your knives pretty sharp that way, believe it or not. Oh, that's backwards. And then down below here, I've basically got a first aid kit. I'm not going to go all through there. I'll just explain the contents of it. I've got some Motrin and Advil, stuff like that. I have some multivitamins if I'm on an overnight trip or something like that. Earplugs. Now, those aren't really for plugging my ears. Well, they are if I need to, if I'm out shooting or something like that, but You can actually make fishing bobbers with them. You just thread them through your hook and you can push them up and down the line, kind of like a slip bobber type thing. And I've got some water purification tablets and some electrical tape in there. And then coming over here, I've got my Coast light. I really like this light. It's pretty bright. 95 lumens, I think. Doesn't weigh much, so that's really good. Up top here, I've got some more cotton balls and Vaseline. Just like right there. That's really good to use for starting fires. Most of you probably know that. Just some thread and a needle for field repairs. That's a fishing kit, basically made out of electrical tape. I've got a bunch of big hooks, small hooks, split shot, fishing bobber, and some fishing line, some braided line. And don't know where that came from, but some OXO beef bouillon. And then on top of there I just have some safety pins. And then I have this jet lighter here. This works pretty good. You almost never have to refill it. It is pretty conservative with fuel and it doesn't leak fuel, so that's that. It'll light anything up. You can basically take a stock piece of wood and just torch it and it'll light right up. It's like a mini blowtorch. Piece of paper for writing notes, making targets for pellet gun shooting or rifle shooting, whatever. Then down here I've got kind of a bunch of different fire tinder. That's hexamine tablets wrapped up in tin foil and saran wrap. Make sure they're waterproof, kind of last resort type thing. Couple more hexamine tablets. Some backup matches just in case. Bunch of jute twine. You can make a bird's nest with that. And a couple more unwrapped hexamine tablets. I usually just use my cotton balls and Vaseline though. But yeah, this comes with me everywhere I go. I really depend on this kit and rely on it. It's pretty good. I mean, I don't have to carry duplicates of all this stuff in all my different packs. I can just bring this and transfer a lot of my supplies and stuff over. I really, really like this. You can get it everything quickly. All this stuff can always be on your belt. If you need to make a fire, everything's right there. If you need to sharpen your knife, everything's right there. Yeah. If you guys have any questions, just comment. Other than that, this is JRock790. Thanks for watching.